Kotal Kahn.
You will fail against Outworld's best.
Goro, Shang Tsung, or Shao Kahn.
Hello guys, and welcome to another MK Mobile character review, today featuring Sun God Kotal Kahn. As usual guys, please note the date when this video has been recorded, because a lot of things may have changed since then. And if you're not familiar with the matrix I'm using in order to evaluate characters, you can find it on the top right corner of the screen. So without any further ado, let us put Sun God Kotal Kahn to the test. Sun God Kotal Kahn guys was released on the 4th of May 2015 for the original price at 310 souls in the old store, and now he got cheaper. His price currently is 250 in the current store. So let us find out why. His attack is 45,700, including the 30% thanks to his passive, and this is the 23rd highest in the game and the 4th highest among the gold characters. The hit points, they are 72,960, the 41st highest in the game and the 19th among the gold cards. The toughness is 33,642, the 37th highest overall and the 18th highest among the gold characters. And the recovery is 29,484, the 41st highest in the game and the 23rd in the gold league. The power generation, what can you do? It is just 100%. So for his stats, Sun God Kotal Kahn is going to get only 15.7 out of 28 possible points. Special one of Kotal Kahn guys is called... You know what? Actually, when I think of it, it doesn't matter how it is called. What matters is that it is one of the worst special attacks in the game. First thing first, it can be completely blocked by the opponent. It has strength as buff. It will fail from distance. It is not lethal. It consists of only one mini hit and it has the filler as mini game. But the picture gets even grimmer when it comes to the damage. The minimum damage of the ability is 13,340, which is the 60th highest in the game and the 28th highest in the gold league. And the maximum damage is 26,681, again the 58th highest in the game and the 28th in the gold league. Once again, the special attack can be completely blocked by the opponent. It has strength as buff. It cannot be cast from distance, it will completely fail. It is not lethal, it consists of only one mini hit and it has the filler as mini game. So for his horrible special one, Sun God Kotal Kahn is going to get 4.8 out of 13 possible points. Really guys, do not use this special attack. You cannot even kill an enemy using it, even if the enemy is 1 HP, one of the worst special attacks in the game indeed. Special 2 of Kotal Kahn guys is kind of really decent. The first thing that you need to know is that you can use it in order to kill an enemy who has his Revenant shield activated, because it really takes a while for the special 2 animation of this character to be executed. In addition, the special attack is completely unblockable. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any buff or debuff. It can be cast from distance, which is weird because after all it is a grapple. It is lethal, it consists of 4 mini hits and it has a 2 multi-tap circles as mini game. When it comes to damage, the situation is really bad. The minimum damage is 29,350, which is the 70th highest in the game and the 36th among the gold characters. The maximum damage is 37,354, which is the 91st highest in the game and the 54th among all gold cards. Once again, a special attack is completely unblockable. It doesn't have anything like buff or debuff. It can be cast from distance. It is lethal. It consists of 4 mini hits and it has the 2 multi-tap circles as mini game. So for his special 2, Sun God Kotal Kahn is going to get 10.3 out of 19 possible points. And one more thing about his special 2, if you by any chance haven't encountered this interaction, I will let you enjoy it.
You suck. On your knees.
I know that probably a lot of you haven't seen the X-ray of Kotal Kahn, and probably this is the time when you are realizing this. What you need to know about it is that first, it can be cast from distance, which is really great, and second, this special attack, which is called, by the way, Sunburn, has weakness debuff, which is kind of okay. When it comes to damage, the damage of the X-ray is kind of low, but this is to be expected for Sun God. It is 80,045, which is the 67th highest in the game and the 34th among the gold characters. Once again, the ability has weakness debuff and it can be cast from distance. So for his X-ray, Sun God Kotal Kahn is going to get 3.2 out of 4 possible points, and the total amount of points he is getting for his special attacks adds up to 18.2 out of 36 possible. The basic attacks of Sun God Kotal Kahn, guys, are, oh dear, they are kind of bad. Now, first thing first, without block breakers, this character is almost unplayable. That's if you want to use him as a fighter. All of his combos are very risky. It is true that one of them is pushing the enemy far away from him, which is okay, but at the same time, he has so slow initiation speed. When I say initiation speed, I mean the time it takes him to swing and start punching the enemy, that he can be interrupted even after he has sent the enemy away, long range away from him. And that's really a problem. On top of that, his combo with the kick is extremely risky, especially when the enemy blocks it. If this is the case, then you have to follow by immediate special one or something, or you have to tag out because the opponent will retaliate, and this is going to be a big deal for you. In general, this guy isn't supposed to be a fighter. Really terrible, really poor basic attacks. There is nothing good about him. Probably the only one being the combo that pushes the enemy away even if he's blocking. But basically this is it. In a lot of cases your combo is going to get interrupted in the very beginning of it because, once again, slow initiation speed. So nothing else to say, guys. Slow punching speed, very bad chaining, and actually missed to mention, but his recovery speed after his combos is pretty slow as well. And the thing is, if you don't have power, you just have power for special one, what can you do after the enemy successfully blocks or you miss to land your combo? Yeah, you'll be forced to do special one, which is not lethal and which the enemy can easily block because it doesn't follow smoothly from his combo enders. And that's horrible, really bad. So I rest my case here, guys. Kotal Kahn gets 5 out of 10 possible points for his basic attacks. The passive of Sun God Kotal Kahn, guys, is probably the best thing about this character. It is the only thing that keeps this character relevant in my eyes. Actually, I consider him okay only because of his passive. And this passive has a very short description. It is called Bloodthirsty, and it does plus 30% attack for Outworld teammates. That's really awesome. A lot of you are actually underestimating this passive, but I consider this passive one of the better passives in the game. In fact, I remember when I created the matrix, I said to myself, okay, the benchmark is I'm giving 15 points for the passive that gives +1 bar starting power and or plus 30% attack. So these were the passives that I said, okay, this is around 15 points. Probably I was wrong, probably they should be around 13, 12 or whatever, but I decided it's 15, which means basically that I really value those passive. And for some of you who really hate Sun God Kotal Kahn, some of you who think that he's trash, he isn't. He can be very useful only by virtue of being in the team. You don't have to use him actively. Basically the only way you can use him without risking losing him is just to tag him in, do special 2, survive 2 or 3 more seconds and tag him out to safety. Repeat. This is how you have to use Sun God Kotal Kahn. For the rest of the time, he's there just to boost the stats of your team, and this is the most important thing. For example, look at the damage currently that is being dealt by Gunslinger Aaron Black with and without Sun God Kotal Kahn in the team. Everything else is the same, just in the first battle we have Sun God Kotal Kahn, the second battle we have Piercing Melina instead, and you can see the decrease of the damage we're dealing. This is the point of having Sun God Kotal Kahn in your team, and it can be useful everywhere, even against bosses. I had a lot of cases where I have used this guy on battle 200, on battle 180 in a tower, because I just wanna boost further the damage of my main damage dealer. This is the point, this is how you do it. So no, this character is not a bad character. He isn't great either. He's there and he has very useful passive, which shouldn't be underestimated. And one last thing, when I said that the best way to play with him is just to tag him in, do special to tag him out, this doesn't necessarily mean that I value him as an assassin. Even though his passive increases his damage in general, his special 2 deals extremely underwhelming damage, and no, Sun God Kotal Kahn is not really the greatest assassin in the world. I would use him just to buy time or to finish off a dying enemy who happens to have his Revenant Shield activated, because once again his special 2 animation time is kind of long. So I'll be giving him, once again, it shouldn't come as a surprise, 15 out of 20 points for his passive. He is just an outward character, so he gets 1 point for classes and 0 points for tagging attack. Okay guys, so what's the final verdict on Sun God Kotal Kahn? Now, like usual, let's take a look at the bigger picture. He has really bad stats, let's be honest. Also, his basic attacks are horrible, only his special 2 is decent, and the only thing good about this character, quite honestly, is his passive, which is very, very serviceable. And that's the best way I can describe Sun God Kotal Kahn. He is weak, but useful. So, even though he sucks at fighting and he almost doesn't do any damage, the good thing about him is that you can put him in the team of your best outworlder and he will do much more damage, and that's awesome. Sun God Kotal Kahn will be useful in any outworld team. Of course, not in the Elder Tower because goats are not allowed there, but anywhere else he will be useful. Once again, he will still be weak, but he'll be useful. This is the reason why I'll be giving him 1 out of my subjective points. Actually, the second thought I'll be giving him 1.5 because I honestly use him very often, even against tower bosses. I will build a very strong outward team, and if I want this team to be even stronger, I'm going to put Sun God Kotal Kahn, and the other 2 guys are going to clean house. So with my subjective points, the total he's going to score 57.4. And we can label him actually as a kind of good character. On our current standings, he ranks 87th, just above Kraken Reptile and just below Stunt Double Johnny Cage. So the final verdict for Sun God Kotal Kahn is going to be kind of good character. I can bet, guys, that you can't wait to see what is your final vote on this character, and quite honestly, a lot of you voted this time. We had a new record, 109 people voted for Sun God Kotal Kahn, and the most common number among all of you was number 5. 32 people out of those 109 decided that Kotal Kahn deserves 5 out of 10, and actually the average score was 5.1. That's really great. Unlike the previous vote for Takeda, where we had a lot of 1s, this time I believe we had just 1 1 and 1 2 and 1 10, but majority of you voted 5, 6, 7, something in this range. Therefore we have the perfect average of 5.1 and the most common number used by you as 5. And if you have to compare your score with the Matrix, once again you scored 51 points, the Matrix scored 57 points. According to you, Kotal Kahn is just decent. According to the Matrix, it's a little bit more than decent. Probably the truth is somewhere in the middle, but a lot of you mentioned that basically everything good about this character is in his passive, and I kind of agreed. In a lot of cases, you're just going to use him in a team without actively doing anything with him, and that's kind of disappointing, but still, as I mentioned before, this character is weak but useful. And of course, before I leave this section of the video, if you want to be one of the people who are voting, please join our Discord server. You're going to find the link in the description of this video. All you have to do is click on it and just copy paste it in your browser, and there you go. You can join our Discord server and vote for the next review. Okay guys, we got to the favorite part of this video, for this particular video, because basically, once again, you don't actually have to actively use Sun God Kotal Kahn. When it comes to him being the starter, I would say yes, he's the best, not the best, but he's a kind of okay starter in the sense that all you have to do is give him some defensive gear so that he can resist every single debuff that will follow in the beginning of the game, and then you can tag him out for good. This is the way you play with him. So you can give him the Ice Bomb so that he can freeze the enemy starter and any other equipment that gives resistance to debuffs, and there you go. Once the match starts, you just tag him out. When it comes to the best characters against him, I would say everybody. And at the same time, he doesn't counter anyone. He's just this type of character who shouldn't be used actively a lot. And in terms of equipment, once again, I wouldn't bother playing Sun God Kotal Kahn as a main fighter. So in other words, his equipment doesn't matter unless he is a starter. And once again, the best equipment for a starter is the Ice Bomb maxed out. And if you don't have the Ice Bomb, then just give him 2 pieces of equipment that will make sure that he has 100% resistance to stun, fire and stuff like this, if possible, of course. And in terms of the best teams for Sun God Kotal Kahn, the best teams, it's really difficult to decide. He is good in every single outward team. All you have to do is identify your strongest outward characters, such as, for example, Assassin Jade, Treacherous Tanya, Classic Melina, if you have another female character, of course. It doesn't have to be only a gold one. Once again, Assassin Jade is a dual class character, so Sun God Kotal Kahn can very well increase her attack as well. So yeah, if you have one strong outward character, just select Kotal Kahn next to him or her, and then pick the other third character accordingly. And basically this is it. There you go, you have a very good outworld team. Okay guys, Sun God Kotal Kahn, what do you think of him? Do you like him? Do you dislike him? Please let me know in the comments. Once again, he scored 57.4 and we label him as a kind of good character. As usual guys, if you want to see more reviews, you can find the playlist on the top right corner of the screen. See you next time guys. Take care and stay safe.
Pray for the Khan's mercy.